Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Today we have an exciting matchup between two teams looking to perform on a big stage. It's the Titans going up against the Cowboys. With that, let's hand it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 12 matchup.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, our Thanksgiving coverage continues with a good one here between the Tennessee Titans and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Godden, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They've been in a great group. Winners of 7 of their last 10 on the year.
And last week's win was indicative of how good this team can be. It was a complete performance.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And the kick goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag comes out.
Yes, and that was an error by the kicker, and it will give the offense great starting field position.
First down.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll run with White. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well. That's the way you're supposed to.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Ordinarily, the responsibility for not letting edge pressure disrupt the play falls on the offensive tackles. Their job, to push that edge pressure so far wide they can't either get to the quarterback or the runner, especially on a draw.
Throwing on 3rd down, Romo. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback. Out of Oregon, it's Marcus Mariota.
Marcus Mariota's skill set can help continue to evolve the position of quarterback in the NFL because his ability to run with the football, you may not utilize it as little as other coaches have in the past. You may emphasize that part of the game a little bit more.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rashard Matthews here on the catch. Give him 16 on the pickup, and the Titans are going to have a first. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Well, good luck there as a ball carrier. You get handed that football, look up, oh, there's a big D tackle ready to swallow you whole for a loss.
Yeah, you kind of count on your guys to give you at least a little bit of time, a little bit of space to try and maneuver, but not on that one. And when you have a defensive tackle who is that strong, that agile, he's a lot to deal with. Sometimes you have to double him, and sometimes you're not able to block him no matter who's trying.
As we get a glance at the starting lineup offensively, let's discuss the former Heisman Trophy winner, Derrick Henry.
He was definitely disappointed that he dropped to the second round. Only one running back win in the first. That was Ezekiel Elliott. But I think Derrick Henry has a chance to have a special NFL career. He's not just big and strong, has way better feet than he's ever been given credit for. 3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. On 3rd down, Mariota. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
Mariota now to throw on 1st down. To the right side, caught by Saleh. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And now the defense for Dallas.
When at his best, Orlando Scandrick is one of the top nickel cornerbacks in the NFL.
Second down now after the pass completion. Henry. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And he hits his man, Matthews. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
A 1st down throw for Mariota. And this is caught at the 8. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. They'll try to run for it with Henry. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Now it's a bootleg with Mariota. They'll roll him out right. And this is incomplete. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, Mariota. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance and they have any decision to make on 4th down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
So our initial drive here this afternoon results in 3. I'm not sure that was a statement necessarily, but getting points on the road, never a bad thing.
No question about it, Brandon. You had a crowd that was all fired up during pregame introductions, yet you're able to quiet them just a little bit by taking the early lead.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. He juked him. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. So here are the Cowboys under head coach Jason Garrett as they get set for their first opportunity. They'll be led out by a man who continues to climb up the all-time passing charts. Undrafted from Eastern Illinois, it's Tony Romo.
To me, Tony Romo is one of the great success stories in the NFL. Undrafted, turned himself into one of the top quarterbacks in the league, one of the guys that you would build a team around and expect to contend for a Super Bowl.
They'll start the drive with a give away. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. Second down, 9 yards to go.
Let's go now. Black 35. Black 35.
Here's Romo now on second down. And this one complete to Virgil Green. Touchdown, Cowboys. Virgil Green, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Dan Bailey now for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Our eyes shift to the defense of the Cowboys now. And they did well down near the goal line last time, forcing him to settle for a short field goal.
And in today's day and age, settling for a field goal of that distance is amazing. You get 3 points now, where it's going to give you only 1 point for the extra point, which will be a little bit longer. But I have to feel fantastic about only giving up 3 in that situation. It could have been so much worse.
Yeah, could have. Now can they carry that over?
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. On second down, Mariota again. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And out now come the Cowboys. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Fresh set of downs here. Here's White. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Big Al Woods there to make the tackle. As we get a look at the defensive starters, the secondary, they're certainly going to need to be on their toes in this one.
And you know me really well. Where do I start analyzing a game? From the secondary. And these guys have to be on point today. They're facing a high-powered attack.
Second down following the run. Play action. It's Romo. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They come out with one back and three tight ends. Mariota, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So we're through a quarter here on Thanksgiving Day. 7-3 the score. We'll return after this message. You're watching the NFL, and it's right here on EA Sports. The former Volunteer Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with a football here to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. To throw Mariota. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. Pulled in at the 24. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
2nd down, just 1 yard to go. They come out here in the eye.
18.
To throw on 2nd down is Romo. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Here we go.
Now a carry for White. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
Here we go. Left 35.
Now White fighting through. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Now, that result is no surprise. This team is bringing back memories of what? The 85 Bears, the 2000 Ravens. Those teams were so great against the run, they made you abandon any plans of doing that when you played against them.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, that's the type of pass play that you need to wait for routes to develop. You need a little time in the pocket, but that's hard to do when you got people in your face.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
Black 35. Black 35.
Throwing on third down, Romo. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They'll come out in the pistol. Mariota now. This one brought in by Dorial Green-Beckham. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. They come out here in the eye. A first down carry for Henry. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now here goes the former Cowboys star. It's DeMarco Murray. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And that run was what a lot of people called an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. And it's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think of run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage in hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
Mariota to throw it. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. A very solid gain of 27.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now Mariota. And bringing it in, this is Selleck over the middle. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Brent Selleck, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time.
And oh, it's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. But he will not be able to bring this one back, in the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They'll give it to him right up the gut. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Let's go now. Right 20. Right 20.
They stay on the ground with White. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8.
Ready. Right 18. Right 18.
Here's Romo now on 2nd down. And caught. Right side. Green. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits. 2
minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Now, as I search for my cue card here, there we go. Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first half of play.
Well read.
Thank you.
Here we go. Here we go. Right 18. Right.
Romo on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Holding. Offense.
The Cowboys will turn it over now to Dan Bailey for the field goal try. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this one is right down Broadway. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
This is taken at the 3. Come the Titans now. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
A first down throw for Mariota. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sterling Moore. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And now the Titans defense gets set to go again. And 3 points surrendered on the last drive against them. They bent a little bit, but they didn't break.
I like that, and that's not always wrong. We run into a lot of coordinators that talk about, well, if I give up 3 points, my whole day is ruined. Actually, it's not.
And the pressure gets to Romo as he goes down. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now a handoff here to his running back. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. So here's 3rd and 20 with a long yardage. Defense going with a nickel look. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT. Goes underneath for Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a Tennessee 1st down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They go play action here on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
Really good job by the offense there. Every second counts right now. So for them to get out of bounds and save some time, that's a nice move.
Mariota. He dumps it off for Henry. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the 1st half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting...
And this will be caught. It's Matthews for the Tennessee touchdown. Rashard Matthews in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Titans have once again taken the lead. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Cowboys haven't played their best football and trail because of it. The Titans have looked good on the road and will just try to keep the ball rolling in the second half. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Cowboys line up at the 41. He'll fumble the football after the catch. Offense on the field now after the fumble. Here the pass is completed into coverage, and he'll take this all the way for the touchdown. Titans up now by 2. First and 10. Matthews the target on the quick pass, and this 5-play drive goes for a touchdown. They go up by 6. So that'll do it for us here in Orlando. For the call of the second half, let's hand it back over to Brandon and Charles. Brandon.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
Mariota gives to Henry. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Well, after what we just saw, we know that with 3rd down coming up, this is not a gimme for the offense. They've got to figure out what they want to do. Do they challenge their offensive line and try and run it? Or do they go ahead and concede that this is a tough defense and put it in the air?
So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Henry, the lone man in the backfield. He's going to get the football. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
On 3rd down, Mariota going up top. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
They'll look to set up his blockers. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%.
Well, there's something we haven't seen much of in this game, a really nice run. Do they decide to come back with it, or was that just a little flash, and maybe they continue to try and throw the ball?
There's Romo. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And a pretty simple completion there underneath, but a successful one for the offense.
Partner, it doesn't have to be the big shots downfield all the time. Having that safety net underneath is a great thing for a quarterback.
Now a first down throw. Romo. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Romo. Man open left side. It's Williams. That one good for 10 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. They get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on third down.
Ready, right 20, right 20.
Romo on third down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down. And they'll run it here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Here's Romo now on 2nd down. And his pass, incomplete. James White, the man he was looking for out of the backfield. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Ready, left 35.
From the gun on 3rd down, Romo. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time. And it's 4th down. So now on 4th down, Romo off, Bailey on for the field goal try. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the lead is back down to 3 here at 16-13. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense, finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The defense for the Cowboys getting set to go. They're hoping to do what they did last time, force another punt. Last time it resulted in a field goal. We'll see if they can get another stop here, though.
And the best defenses are in the business of preventing points and creating points. And that's exactly what these guys did on their last possession. Why? Because they got off the field on 3 and out, turned the ball over to their offense after the punt, and let them roll downfield and put the ball through the post for a field goal.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. Mariota hands to Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
We just saw what a lot of teams call a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game. That signifies they want to run the football. Yeah, occasionally they'll play action and throw it, but most of the time, those guys on the field means strength, power, run the ball behind them. And now what a lot of teams are doing is they're taking an extra offensive tackle and putting him in a tight end number to give them even more blocking power. And we just saw it on that play.
Now it's Henry. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Man, it wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
They'll try to throw now. Mariota. And Matthews over the middle with the grab. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
Remember how much we enjoyed watching him last week?
It's the same thing this week. Look at those numbers.
I'd hate to be a defender right now because no matter what they're throwing at him in terms of coverages, he's finding ways to defeat it. And even when he's covered, he's not covered. What is he doing? What's that term they use? He's uncovering and making big catches. Really fun to watch.
Mariota now to the right side, caught by Salek. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Partner, we saw him struggle last week. We're seeing him struggle again this week. We talked about it after last week's game, the type of coverage he was seeing. I think I'm seeing very similar blueprint.
That's what I was going to ask you. How often, when you see this back-to-back weeks, is it a defensive coordinator says, blitz coming, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
3rd and long here for Mariota. And that is incomplete. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in the game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along. And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time. And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Back to the air they go. Romo on 2nd down. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Wesley Woodyard. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. This is Henry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll run here. It's Murray. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Mariota on the delay to Henry. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play there. Second down. The numbers comparison last week, really good game here. I don't know. He's not hitting the hole as fast as he was a week ago.
Do you get the sense that maybe, his timing's off a little bit?
Yeah.
Because last week, I think you were talking about how quick he was to the hole and how fast he was through the hole. And that created some of those big runs because it allowed some of those second and third level blocks from his offensive line. In this game, I feel like the blocking's still there, but he's just not taking advantage of it.
And he's brought down. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. And the numbers, they sort of do the talking. Great game last week. Sharp again here in this one.
Sometimes you set habits with how you play, don't you? I mean, you start to put things together, you string them together, and the confidence continues to rise. And guess what? We're seeing that happen in front of us. Back-to-back weeks of really good play.
And the confidence certainly must be continuing to grow. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That play almost seemed like a baseball play. See ball, hit ball. But in this case, see guy with ball, tackle guy with ball.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. Goes underneath for Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. On for the extra point is Folk. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's the rookie Derrick Henry that polishes it off with a touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Getting set to go again, Tony Romo marches back onto the field. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can...
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Kevin Dodd from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slips free.
On second down, here's Romo. Green's got it over the middle. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Last week, as you get a look at some of the numbers, he just wasn't in the mix, almost like he was out of the game plan. We couldn't figure out why, but here, he's fully in the game plan.
I like what you just brought up because when we asked the coaches about that, there's a little sheepish in there, wasn't it? That's when they admitted, yeah, we kind of neglected him last week. We've got to find ways to get him the football, scheme to get him open because they know he's a big-time weapon, so they're going to have people out there to cover him. But sometimes you just have to do some things, show some different formations, get him isolated where he can be one-on-one. And in this game, they're getting that done.
And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play.
The previous play is under review. After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So 2nd and 10 here. Second and 10. Romo once more. Throwing right, and that's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Here we go. Black 35.
On 1st and 10, Romo. On the right side, caught by Green. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So the Cowboys to the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd.
Right 18. Right 18.
Throwing on 3rd down, Romo. And this is going to be incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And Bailey able to knock it through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So you knew one way or another that you needed 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll need to get the ball back.
So, Brandon, the question is, how do you accomplish that? You can onside kick it, or remember, since you've got all 3 timeouts, you can still kick it deep and try to play defense.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. 6 yards to go here on 2nd down. Again, it's Henry. And he'll get the... And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Henry, the lone man in the backfield. He'll get the football here. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
Henry. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll run with Henry. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Titans, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long, everybody.